Hey, welcome back to Code with Beto. 2026 is going to be the year of AI. This is happening for sure. So you need to be aware of what's the latest and greatest with the AI models and the AI companies. And one of these things that I believe you should be very aware of and definitely take advantage of are agent skills. Anthropic recently announced agent skills. Agent skills are basically markdown files that you can create and use across all your projects. Not only for coding, but to make you more productive, like creating emails with your style, or making a post with your post style, or even create an application or a website following your brand guidelines. Skills are more efficient, and Claude Code is going to know when to use them when it makes more sense. This way you can avoid copy-pasting context over and over again each time that you want to tackle a specific task, especially a repetitive task. So in today's video, I'm going to teach you how you can create your first skill and how you can start automating and be more productive. If that sounds fun, let's get started. Before we dive in, if you want to become a master in React Native or React, or just learn the basics of how mobile and web development works, we have courses at codebases.dev. Make sure to check them out. I'm going to leave the link in the description. In case you didn't know, pro members also get access to our private GitHub repository, which contains projects that are production ready. Some of them are available in the App Store right now, like AI Tattoo. It's even making money right now. You can get access to all the source code and use them with AI agents. Just copy paste the code that you need, implement it in your application, and ship fast. By becoming a pro member, you also get access to designs and a private Discord channel where we can chat with you and help you ship your application faster. So Claude Code has a really nice guide on how you can create your first skill. You can even just ask Claude Code which skills you have available right now. As far as I know, you can only use agent skills with Claude Code. We're gonna be using Claude. If you don't have Claude, you can just install it, but this is how it looks. You can just run Claude in your terminal, and this is, how it looks. Now, I actually want to do this inside Cursor or VS Code if you prefer. So when you install Claude, it actually generates a .claude folder that you can open by saying cursor.claude. And this is just going to open this folder. You can use VS Code or any code editor that you prefer. So this is what I have so far in my project. Let me open a new terminal by pressing Command J and then say Claude. Okay, now I'm inside Claude. Let me maximize this. Now let's ask the agent what skills are available. There we go. So I don't have any skills at the moment. So this is how we can create a simple skill. Let me copy this. And if you notice, this is a folder called skills inside my Claude folder, skills, and then the name of the skill. Actually, I'm going to copy this and let's go back to Cursor. Let's create a new file, paste this in here like that. Skills / explaining code / each / is going to be a folder once I hit enter. And now I have this skill here. Now it's important that the skill name is uppercase skill.md all the time. And for, to identify this skill, you need to create a folder like explaining code in this case. Then we need to have a name and description about this skill. Of course, you can change this or even ask Claude Code to generate this for you. It's possible. But this skill, it's just a simple example that is going to explain code with visual diagrams. This is really cool. So now let's press Ctrl Z and then run Claude again. Ask the same question. And now at this point, it should detect that we have a skill. Okay, I can see an available skill in your Claude Code setup, explaining code. This is cool. Now, this means that I can open any other project within my computer and then just ask the agent to explain the code, and it should generate a nice diagram. Let's try it out. Okay, so for this example, let's use my AI Tattoo application. It's called Inkigo. And by the way, this is a premium resource. And if you're interested in the source code of this application, I'm going to leave the link in the description. It's available for pro members. So I want to ask the agent to explain how the tattoo playground works. This should use the skill and generate a nice diagram. So let's see if that happens. Since this is the first time that I'm doing this, it's asking me if I want to proceed using the skill. I can say yes, and don't ask me again, or no. So in this case, I'm gonna say yes. Okay, seems that this is gonna take a while. So in the meantime, I want to show you this repo. It's called Skills from Anthropic. I would encourage you to check it out. It's basically a bunch of skill examples that you can use. For example, you can use skills for documents, PDFs, PPTX. There's even a skill to create skills. So here's the skill. You can see it in raw markdown. Just copy this and create one for you locally. It's called skill creator. So the way you would do this is just copy the file here, go back to your Claude folder, and inside skills, let's create a new file. This is going to be a new folder, skill generator, and then inside this you need to create the skill.md, then paste the skill. This is how it looks. This is actually a very fairly long skill, but this is good, right? Now Claude Code knows how to create skills, and you can ask it to create skills for maybe, drafting emails or things that are annoying and repetitive. This is a great use case. Okay, let's go back to the project. Here we have the diagrams. Let's go. The analogy, a professional tattoo studio. Yeah, this is correct. The big picture. Let's see the data flow diagram. We have input controls, which is a component, generated result, which is a component, and it's in charge of loading states, images, and actions. And then we have the session history. This is really good, actually. Okay, and this is the context, because the playground on the application is very complex. We have a lot going on. We need to be aware of settings of the user. We need to share the ability to trigger actions from different screens. So for example, when I don't know, let's say that I select remove tattoo. So I'm within a sheet, right? So this is a different screen. And when I press that, it's actually going to set the prompt and then help me pick an image to remove the tattoo. So I select the image and then it has now the prompt ready to go. So I can just press submit and this is going to start removing the tattoo. So a lot going on, right? 3 things happened outside of this screen. So having a context is definitely a good idea. Awesome. And it removed it. There we go. Great. This is really good for understanding, right? It's telling me about the Google Gemini base64 PNG image, how we are caching the images to have super fast loading times. Each time that I select one of these images are cached in memory. So great that we have it here. The user journey. Welcome. We have the user journey. This is a pretty detailed explanation, to be honest. Yes, this is actually the flow. And here we have the server-side magic. We're actually protecting the API routes with authentication. That's why we need to sign in to use the application. We have usage limits so that we don't get, abused by users. But yeah, this is really detailed, actually. This is pretty cool. I'm super happy with this. And here's talking about the cache. Instead of having the base64 in a user state, we are doing the cache in the file system, right? So this is a really good solution, to be honest. And here we have the complete stack. So definitely this was super useful. And now I can use this skill in all my projects, not only this one, right? Now let's go back to the skills. And I want to create a skill to do something very annoying, which is replying emails. Now, since I created the skill generator, let's restart Claude instance. Now it should be aware of it. Let's see what skills are available. Let's hit enter. Skill generator. Great. So let's generate a skill. Help me generate a skill that will help me quickly answer emails. So the template should have a footer with my name and my role, as well as, it should start with hi or hey, thanks for reaching out, something like that. Okay, let's see if it generates the skill. Use skill generator. Yes. So I'm going to say yes and don't ask me again. Okay, this is very interesting. Now it's asking me what's the role that should appear in the email footer. I'm going to type something and then founder of Code with Beto. It should be friendly and casual. It's really cool that it's asking me these questions. General responses, submit answers. Okay, here we go. It created the folder. Okay, the skill is here. Let's take a look. Quick compose professional email responses with consistent greeting and signature. Pretty nice. Here's an example. Thanks for reaching out. Then you answer the email and then the footer. This is pretty cool. Okay, so now in Claude, I can say reply and then paste the email. This is actually a real email from a customer asking me what's the price for PPP depending on their country. I didn't paste the name, of course, so I'm just gonna say reply. And this is actually a good idea to, since this is a pretty common email that I get, people asking for PPP, maybe I should update the skill. But just for now, maybe I can add more context down here and say, we do offer PPP. And let's see what comes up. I'm just gonna hit enter. There we have it. So, hey, thanks for reaching out. I'm excited to hear you're interested in all access lifetime pass. And yes, we absolutely offer PPP. I will need to tweak this, but it definitely works. Would be nice to just copy and send, or even if I have an API integration, just call that script from within the skill. You can add more context here. You can say like docs or reference, or even a bash script to do more advanced stuff. Now, some skills are going to be pretty valuable, not only for you, but your teammates. So you can actually use the enterprise. They manage it for you if you are paying for it. Otherwise, personal, you can have it in the Claude folder like we do in this video. Or you can also create a project scoped skill by creating a folder skills inside that folder. Or you can bundle it within a plugin, which is really cool. So when to use a skill versus other options? Skills are good for specialized knowledge, right? Like review PRs with your style, with your standards, write an email with your style, with your standards, write a post, generate a title and description for your video. That's really helpful. Claude Markdown file, this is great for project-wide instructions. And like describing the stack, describing the folder structure. That's good for the project, but not as a skill. This is important as well. You can also provide allowed tools or model that you want to use in the skill. This is, like an extra customization, but just name and description should be more than enough, especially because the description is going to let the agent know that if the skill is useful for the current specific task that you are working on. This is going to save you tokens as well, because if the task is not relevant, then the agent is just going to discard it. And this is what I was talking about. You can have your skill, and then inside you will have the markdown, right? The description of the skill. But apart from that, you can have a reference.markdown, which will include more technical details, examples.markdown as well. This is great for give more context to the agent, and scripts that can be executed, not loaded. So let's say that my script actually sends the email for me. So I can just hit enter and the email is going to be replied automatically. So that'd be cool, right? Or you can do other things like send a Slack message, send a summary to somewhere. It depends on your imagination and your needs. Here's an example of the allowed tools. So you can allow read, grab, glob. This is great if you need to restrict the agent in some things. Skills are very powerful. I'm just scratching the surface here. I'm just getting started as well. So definitely I'm going to be spending some time and really think on what things I can automate to make me more productive. I believe other AI companies are going to start copying these skills or adding support for these. So definitely becoming familiar with the skills that you need and also already having them and then copy paste them. Now everyone is going to need different skills for their needs. So I would encourage you to start working on some skills today and shape them as you use them. They are going to help you, and in the future you might want to use them with other agents or maybe share them with your friends. That'd be cool and will make everyone more productive. So I hope you like this video. Don't forget to check out codebases.dev in the description. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.